ladies, good evening. We're moving on with our learning of the book Chovat HaLevavot, the obligation of the heart, and we're done with the introduction and we're moving on to the first chapter, and it basically talks about the most basic thing in Judaism, which is the faith that there is a God and that there's only one of Him. And he explains that this is the most basic thing in Judaism, and this is why this is the first commandment that we were given by Hashem himself. And the first commandment is Anochi Hashem Elokecha, lo yeh lecha elokim acherim al panai. Now it's funny because the words Anochi Hashem Elokecha, 3 words in Hebrew, are translated as an entire sentence in English, which I'm not bringing now. And the other part of it, the longer part of it, is equally long. And the translation is, you shall have no other gods besides me. And this is it, basically. This is what it means. And also we can see that this is the most basic thing, because when we say Shema Yisrael twice a day, in the morning and in the evening before we go to sleep, so this is what we're saying. Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. What does it mean? So the translation, I looked for the translation, is Hear, Ho Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord alone. I'm pretty sure. And I tend to disagree with translations of, but with this one, it doesn't matter. Anyways, basically, if we go a little deeper and understand what we say, when we say Shema Yisrael, so the word Shema, which is hear, in Hebrew, also in English, you have a few words to say that you hear something. So you have hear and you have listen, and in Hebrew you have Shema and you have lakshiv and you have lehazin, and you have different things, and each one of them has a slightly different meaning. And Shema is the kind of hearing that you don't only hear it and that is it. It's something that you hear, you listen, and it goes into your heart. And we also have it in Na'aseh v'nishma, which means when Hashem gave the Torah on Mount Sinai, so the Jews said Na'aseh v'nishma, which means we will hear, we will do, and we will listen. And again, they used this verb, Na'aseh v'nishma, which means this, that we will listen and it will go into our hearts. It's a higher level of listening. So this is what we are required to do. So hear, oh Israel, listen, and take it to your heart. Don't just listen and leave it outside. And the next thing that it says is Shema Yisrael, and then it says Hashem Elokeinu, which means Hashem is our God. And so it's another level. It's not only understanding that there is a God, but it's to say He's our God. There's a relationship between us. He's ours and we are His. And there's an intimate relationship between us. And that's the next step. And then it says, so we have Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem is our God, Hashem Echad. Now again with the translation here, they said the Lord alone. But really, if I translate it quite literally, it's Hashem is one. And we know that when we learn Torah in Hebrew, we know that basically the Torah, Judaism, it has layers. It has different levels. It's called Pardes. Pardes, it's a shortcut of the word Pshat, Remez, Drash, and Sod, which means there are 4 different layers in which we learn the Torah. And so we have the most basic thing, the most basic layer of understanding, and then we go a little higher, a little deeper. And there's a very famous sentence. It says Shiv'im panim la-Torah, which means there are 70 faces to the Torah. Every single pasuk you can learn in 70 different ways, and they're all true, which means the Torah, it's not like a book that a person writes and he writes one thing and this is what it means. The pasuk, every single pasuk in the Torah is so deep, and there are so many different layers of it, and we are most familiar usually with the highest level of understanding that is most popular, which is Kabbalah, like it's a secret Torah. That's the highest level, and it's really, it's amazing. And okay, we'll go deeper on other occasions. But basically, the word Echad itself, just this word in Shema Israel, there are so much to learn. There's really like so much to learn about this word, but if we go on the most basic, it talks about the unity of Hashem and the creation of the world. It's a whole thing. But if we go down a little, basically what it says is that there is only one, which means there is one thing to believe that there is a God. Then you need to believe that it's not, okay, there is a God somewhere and we don't, like, he's somewhere above and we don't have a relationship with him, but he's our God. He's ours and we're his. And also understanding that there's, or believing that there is only one. Like there aren't many gods and we chose one and that we like. There's only one. And that is it. We're going to go deeper and deeper into Shema Israel on the next shiur, on the next short video. And that is it. Have a good evening. Bye.